The New Orleans Saints have reached a critical crossroads where the offensive philosophy of the past several seasons is being forced to evolve. For a long time, the burden of the ground game and a significant portion of the passing attack has rested on the shoulders of one elite playmaker. But the reality of today's professional football landscape is that a singular workhorse model is increasingly fragile. We have seen the production dips and the physical toll that come when a backfield lacks a legitimate secondary threat capable of carrying a starter's load. The front office in New Orleans understands that to remain competitive in a shifting NFC South, they cannot simply hope for health. They must insulate their roster with proven, high-caliber talent. That specific talent, the player the Saints are reportedly zeroing in on to change the dynamic of their offense, is Miles Sanders. The veteran running back, currently carrying a valuation of $8.4 million, represents exactly the kind of strategic acquisition that General Manager Mickey Loomis has become known for during his tenure. This isn't a move born out of desperation, but rather a calculated effort to pair a versatile, established star with their existing core to create a two-headed monster that few defenses can effectively contain. By targeting a player of this magnitude, the Saints are sending a clear message to the rest of the league. They are not interested in a slow rebuild or settling for league average production. They want to reclaim the offensive dominance that defined their most successful eras. Sanders offers a blend of vision, speed, and experienced decision-making that would allow the Saints to stay on schedule and keep the chains moving, regardless of the defensive look they face. It is a bold play for a franchise that has never been afraid to move aggressively when they see an opportunity to improve the roster's depth and explosive potential. If you value this kind of measured insider perspective on the league's biggest roster moves and want to avoid the usual sensationalism, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and join our community of dedicated fans who value accuracy over hype.
When you break down the film and look at the schematic fit, the logic behind pursuing Miles Sanders becomes even more compelling. The Saints' offense is at its most dangerous when it can keep opposing linebackers in conflict, and having a back like Sanders allows them to do just that. While Alvin Kamara remains one of the most unique and versatile weapons in the game, his effectiveness is maximized when he isn't asked to handle 25 touches between the tackles every single week. Sanders brings a different dimension, a patient, one-cut running style that excels in zone blocking schemes, which complements the existing structure in New Orleans perfectly. This move has significant implications for quarterback Derek Carr as well. A more consistent and threatening run game forces safeties to creep closer to the line of scrimmage, creating the one-on-one matchups on the perimeter that the Saints' receiving core can exploit. From a salary cap perspective, the $8.4 million figure is substantial, but the Saints have historically been the most creative team in the league when it comes to managing the books and pushing cap hits into future years to maximize their current window. The short-term goal here is obvious: win the NFC South and secure a home playoff game. By adding Sanders, the Saints are addressing their most glaring offensive weakness and providing insurance against the inevitable injuries that occur over a 17-game season. My editorial take on this is that it's a high-reward move that stabilizes the most important part of their offensive identity. It shows a commitment to the run game that was sometimes lacking in recent years and provides a veteran presence in the huddle that younger players can lean on. However, the big question remains: can the offensive line provide the necessary push to make this investment worthwhile, or will the Saints find themselves overpaying for production that the trenches can't support? I want to hear from the Saints faithful on this one. Is Miles Sanders the piece that puts this team back on top of the division, or would you rather see that money spent on the defensive side of the ball? Drop your thoughts in the comments below so we can get a real debate going. If you found this analysis helpful and want to stay informed on every major development this season, please hit the like button and subscribe for more in-depth coverage as we follow this story and others across the league.